breath, silly. Just try to relax.
You're fucking kidding me.
I'm just trying to help.
Well, it's not exactly helpful, is it? I've had enough of this shit over the past few months, and have you just forgotten about that?
This woman is a trained professional and has a ton of good reviews, so it's gonna be fine.
Highly recommended professional. What, by who? Alistair Crowley?
How do you know who that is?
When you see the shit that I've been seeing, then you start reading a lot of stuff.
Okay, just stop. Think about the baby, Lily. Think about David.
Fuck, that's what got me in this mess in the first place. And Tim, tell me to calm down one more fucking time. I swear to whatever higher power that there is.
Oh, there's a lot of higher powers out there. I would tell you their names, but you are obviously in a hurry.
I don't know what I am anymore.
Well, you're obviously pregnant. Oh, and by the way, all those names are female entities.
That's interesting.
Well, I guess. Yeah. I just thought it was appropriate to this situation and all.
Situation? Tim, this is bullshit. You drag me down here to some bookstore medium.
Wow! A bookstore medium? How very kind of you.
Lily, please, we're here for you. Okay? Just give her a chance.
Sure, why not? Can't see how this can get any worse.
Good. That's great. So, do you two want to tell me why you searched out my bookstore services?
She's been saying things, like really bad things.
Well, that narrows it down a bit. Are you the father?
No, my brother is, or he was.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, there's these children in old costumes that are melted into them or growing out of them or some weird shit like that. They attack me. They want to harm my baby. They keep telling me that I'm carrying the bringer of death. They want me to kill my own baby.
Has anybody else seen these children?
No.
No.
I can feel them on you, all over you. They leave the stench of death on you.
What?
These creatures, they know nothing but death. They want to harm you and your baby for whatever reason. This is from the Gatula Monastery in a remote part of India. It'll open my mind so I can see what you see.
That doesn't look safe.
Safe? I can feel the pain and anger in this room. That's not safe.
Oh, fuck! Fuck! Lily, call 911!
Damn it!
Never mind.
Oh my God. There are so many of them. Feeling anger and pain. What have you done?
done nothing.
Oh, but they hate you so much. They want nothing but death for you and your baby. These creatures, they're not demons or ghosts. I just don't. Oh my God. One of them is coming closer. It's looking over your shoulder. It's looking at me. No! No, don't look!
I don't see anything, so...
What have you done? What have you done? What have you done? What have you done?
What the fuck? Lily? What the fuck is going on? Ah!
What do you want from me? What do you want?
Welcome everyone to another episode of Slasher Scotty. I am your host, Scotty McCoy, and boy, do I have a surprise for all of you. I have on Zoom with me right now Jeff Kacmarynski, and he is the director and writer of the horror film With Child. And as you've seen, or if you're listening on audio only, as you heard, you have seen the concept trailer for With Child that was filmed, when was it, like this past week or so?
A couple weekends ago, yeah.
Yes. So I can't wait to see this movie. I'm really excited. I know you and a bunch of the cast members put a good word in for me with Eileen Dietz, which was really cool as well.
Yeah, we did.
Yep. So I'm in talks with her, and we're looking for a
Nice.
January date. But how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I've been busy. It's become a second job for me, that's for sure. And it's no problem with that because I absolutely love doing this.
Yeah.
It could be stressful sometimes, but man, it's a good payoff, just creating and doing this. And so I'm good.
Absolutely. Filmmaking, as you said, is a second job. It's one of those things that, from the scheduling and everything, but like everything around it, it's just like, meeting everybody's times and the schedule.
Yeah.
That's probably the most stressful thing with me when I'm doing filmmaking. Like, I hate scheduling.
I do too. I hate the pre-production stuff. It's arranging times because everybody's so spread out for this movie.
Yeah.
East Coast, West Coast, and I'm in the Central Time Zone, so it's so hard to try to communicate, especially when I work at my real job at nights. So, but it's fun though. Yeah. It's fun.
Absolutely. So the first question I do got for you, I know you were on the show before, so we'll kind of just refresh everybody's memory and just kind of let them know, how did you get your start into filmmaking?
Well, it's going to sound cliche, but I've always loved making movies with Super 8 cameras. When I was little, I would take like action figures and model kits and stop motion and fun things like that in the 70s and 80s, making a lot of Star Wars movies with action figures. And then
Nice.
That progressed into doing videos with friends in high school and stuff. And I just always kept following it. And it's had its ups and downs. I made a feature in 2001, which just got released like 3 years ago. I kind of held on to that one until somebody convinced me to release it, and they said, It's really not that bad. And so it just went from there. And then I started doing screenwriting seriously and got numerous awards and some recognition, and just climbed up from there.
Nice.
It's kind of a surprise.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. So, I mean, everybody saw or heard the concept trailer of With Child. So I guess, can you describe what this movie is about for those that are that want to know more about it?
Okay, so it's about a single mother to be. Her name is Lily. Her fiance dies practically the same day that she finds out she's pregnant with him. And as it gets closer to the pregnancy, she starts having these crazy visions of these horrible children kind of think of like the Halloween 3 masks
Mhm.
and the way the kid looked at it when he saw the Silver Shamrock video. They kind of look like that, and they approach her and they keep telling her that they want her to kill her baby, and that her baby is going to bring all this death. He's the bringer of death, and or it's the bringer of death, and she's got to get rid of it somehow. They don't give any reason why, and they give her names, and she can't find out who these people are, and the visions just get worse and worse. The attacks start getting more physical. So she researches and gets the help of a psychic, of course, to try to find out what these are. And then
Right.
that's Eileen Dietz's character. And then it goes into this whole wacky, crazy thing about who these children are. I can't reveal that, but it's very shocking. It's going to be a very shocking movie, a very brutal movie, but also we've got characters that you're really going to care about. We've really got some emotional depth to the movie since it covers some sensitive topics.
Yeah, I saw the behind the scenes pictures and the special effects with Jamie Apple doing them. So I'm taking it Laura Ellen Wilson is going to be Lily, right?
Yes, Laura L. Wilson is with Lily.
Yeah.
She's been attached to the project for a number of years, and she's really excited to finally get behind the camera and bring this role to life.
Nice. So what you filmed a couple weeks ago, that was just the concept trailer?
Yeah, it's a concept of a scene that kind of exists within the movie. It's a little different, but it's the main gist of that scene, and it's the psychic scene where Eileen starts to see these creatures, these children. So we know that they actually do exist, that Laura's character just isn't crazy.
Nice. So when do you plan on actually shooting the movie itself?
We are aiming for early May of next year. So yeah, we're currently looking at locations in the St. Louis area. I've got a great guy out there doing that. And he's scouting and got some great ideas. So yep.
Awesome. That sounds great. So where did this idea come from? Like, where did it come from? Where how do you come up with a concept like this?
Well, this one came up with my wife and I lost a child several years ago.
Sorry to hear that.
A baby. Oh, thank you. And I always, from that point on, was looking for an avenue to kind of deal with some personal demons on that. And I wanted to tell a horror story because, horror is awesome. And it just kind of came from there. It was a collection of different ideas that I had of different stories and just merged them into one. So it was kind of my way of dealing with things and seeing what my wife went through with that pregnancy, and kind of wanted to translate some of those feelings into a horror movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's that alone is a horror movie itself. Losing a child, I mean, I can only imagine. So I mean, make it into a creative, artistic way to kind of deal with your grief.
Exactly. That's what it was for. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So how did you happen to get Eileen Dietz and Laura Ellen Wilson to sign on to this film?
Laura approached me a couple of years ago, and I had put a post out about how we were casting, and she sent an audition tape, and she just nailed it. She just absolutely nailed it. She was Lily, and I watched a lot of audition tapes for that, but she was the best. And Eileen, we were friends on Facebook, but we never really chatted or anything. But I can't remember if she contacted me or if I contacted her. But it just kind of went about that way. It was through Facebook, and she thought the project sounded really intriguing. She read the script and she was like, "Hell yeah, I'm on board. Sounds awesome." So it was all through social media, which is kind of weird, but kind of neat.
Right, absolutely. And like I said, I have Eileen and Laura. I'm in talks with both of them to have them on next month. And this month I booked, of course, yourself right now. And I have Angel Bradford and Jamie Apple coming on. Both were on my show in the past, and great people, amazing friends of mine. And they're scheduled, I believe, for this week and next week, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so that's really exciting. And I mean, Laura, she's not just a brilliant actress. She's an amazing, phenomenal human being.
Oh my God. Yeah, when I met her 2 weekends ago, it was just incredible. I mean,
Yeah.
she's everything that, she sounded like she would be
Mhm.
through talking on the phone,
Yeah,
and she's just incredible. She's a real
absolutely.
special person.
Yeah, and she reached out to me a couple of years ago to come on my show. She reached out to me, and I was like, I think she was like the first person to ever do that. And I'm like,
Wow.
that's awesome. Now people do it all the time, but I mean, at the time that was the first. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And she was such a doll. She was so sweet, and we talk. We don't
Oh
talk
yeah.
like often, but we talk every now and again. And I mean, I reached out to her, and I'm like, hey, do you want to come back on the show? Let's promote this movie. Like, this movie's really cool. I'm really excited about it. Let's promote it.
She is amazing. I mean, she's
Yeah.
funny. She's just down to earth, Yeah,
Mhm.
she's really, really something.
Right. So you
So
said you're going to be filming coming in May, you're aiming for. So what as you know, obviously as a director, there's a lot of responsibility, there's a lot of different moving pieces that you got to do. What are you most focused on to bring this vision to life? What is your primary goal for directing this movie and getting this movie made?
well, for me, the most important thing once we get on set is just working with the actors and
Mhm.
actresses. I'm not going to DP it or anything like that. I really want the performances to shine through,
Mhm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah. There's
um,
nothing that worse than
that's
watching a movie and you get taken out of it because the acting is just subpar.
right, right. So the same. I've got a DP, and I've got a great crew getting lined up. Alexi Angelino is producing this, and she's also doing the scheduling and the marketing and the social media posting. So without her right now, ugh,
Right.
it would
Yeah,
be too
just with the
much.
scheduling alone, good luck.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm so fortunate to have her on board
Yeah.
taking care of a lot of this
Yeah.
stuff. So Alexia is great. I'm really glad to have her as producer. So it lets me be able to focus right now on like storyboards,
Mhm.
communicating with the DP, and then once we get on set, I can just focus
Yeah,
on bringing these characters to life and working
absolutely.
with the actors. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, so many things can make a movie go wrong between audio and even special effects or
Oh
whatever can
yeah.
make a movie bad. But if you have bad acting, like that is really bad because nobody wants to watch a movie and they don't believe what's happening is happening, you know?
Right. And I think we've got our bases covered on that because our
And
cast
that's
is
good.
just
I mean, having
phenomenal.
Eileen, Angel, of course, Laura, like having them alone. I mean, they're talented to begin with. Obviously, they're gonna still take direction from you, but they're already talented and gifted to begin with.
Right.
So
And we have
there's probably not going to be much direction right there.
no, probably not. There really wasn't when we did the concept. I didn't have to
Mhm.
do much in the lines of guiding them. They were just
Right.
perfect. We've got Lynn Lowry on this too,
Nice.
Tamara Glynn, um, yeah, Jackie Kelly from the St. Louis area, Spencer Martinez, who is really up and coming on a lot of horror movies. So the cast is really solid.
Absolutely.
Hunter Redfern, who was in a movie called Wendigo right now.
Okay.
He came up from the concept, and he is amazing to work with too. He was
Okay.
really cool. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, if you have anybody else that you want to throw my way or put a word in for me, like just let me know. I'd be happy to have them on,
yeah,
promote the stuff and we'll have them on. I mean, it would be awesome to, have Tamara Glynn, obviously Halloween 5 and Lynn Lowry on. That would be cool too. So, I mean, I would love to promote this with them and with the traction of, for example, a Tamara Glynn talking about Halloween 5, that'll bring eyes also to With Child. So,
and
definitely
Terrifier too. Terrifier
yeah,
too as
Terrifier
well.
2 as well. So
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
So throw them my way, put my name in the hat, and I'll be more than happy to promote this movie for you. I mean, it's
Well, thank
really,
you,
really exciting, and I'm really
thank you
excited to
so
see
much.
this. And there
Hey,
is no movie without funding. So do you have an
yeah,
Indiegogo crowdfunding campaign?
we have the first phase of our Indiegogo. We're calling it the first trimester because it
Okay.
goes with pregnancy. And that, yep, and that one right now is to secure funds for some of the upfront costs for some of the talent,
Mhm.
locations, equipment. We had to use a little bit for the concept trailer that we
Mhm.
shot. I covered a lot of that with my own money, but
Mhm.
it's going to go towards that and the effects and everything. So that's our first phase of the campaign. And then that ends in January. And then I believe in mid to late February, we'll be launching our actual production campaign,
Okay.
where we'll be releasing even better perks. And that's to get a lot of the main funding for the movie. But
Nice.
yeah, you can go to Indiegogo with Child First Trimester campaign. We're almost at the 50% mark. We're so close. So
Awesome.
we need your help.
Absolutely. And I mean, with the holidays and everything, it's a little hard for me, but I'll definitely check it out in February for sure. And
Well, I appreciate
that one I'll definitely check out and see what I can do. That'll be great. Where can they find the Indiegogo for people that would like to donate?
It's Indigo. It's called With Child First Trimester campaign.
Okay.
I don't have the link in front of me right now. It's a long link, but
Yeah.
if you just Google With Child campaign Indiegogo, it's like the first thing that comes up.
Okay.
And you can also find it on our Facebook group, With Child Movie. You can join our group. We don't spam. We don't advertise. We're a very tightly controlled group. We don't allow any of that BS on there, so they can find little links on there too.
Awesome. And when the film is done and in post-production and everything, I'll be happy to have you back on and promote, the release for it as well, because that'll be exciting. So do you have like a release year that you kind of are like aiming for?
Since we're shooting in May, I would like to have it done and out by like October of that year. Depending upon if everything goes smooth. It's Murphy's Law. Everything can go wrong, but we hope to have a pretty quick turnaround on this one and get it out there for everybody and
all right,
secure some distribution and stuff. So
absolutely. Well, check out With Child. You definitely want to stay tuned to that. The last question I do got for you, do you have anything at all you want to promote? Social media accounts, websites, other projects, anything at all? The floor is yours.
Like I said, it's our With Child page. With Child Movie is our group. Check out Alexi Angelino's page. Alexi Angelino's promoting a lot of stuff about the movie. I'm on Facebook. That's pretty much it right now. I mean, just check out our wonderful cast. Check out their pages. Laura Ellen Wilson has a page where you can follow her and follow all her projects. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. Before I let you go, just to let everybody know to, if you're watching on YouTube, you're obviously watching the video portion. So don't forget to slash that subscribe button. And of course, like, comment, share on social media if you can. And of course, if you're listening on the audio platforms, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or any of the other podcasting platforms I'm on, rate, comment, share that as well. I'm my merchandiser represents me from Virtual Merch Booths. You can get your own Slasher Scotty signature shirts. So make sure you can get those shirts on Virtual Merch Booths on their website. And of course, I'm now on Cameo, so you can. Christmas is coming up, so if you want to, get a, Merry Christmas for a family member, I'm your guy. I can make it as spooky as you want. But I thank you so much, Jeff, for joining me this evening.
Thank you for having me on. It's really
absolutely.
Great.
You have a great rest of your evening.
You too.
Thank
you. We'll talk later. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.